Have you ever noticed how some of the smartest people you know, maybe even yourself, aren't exactly the happiest? It sounds counterintuitive, right? We're told that intelligence is the golden ticket, better jobs, more money, deeper insights into life. But here's the controversial truth most people don't dare to say out loud. Sometimes a high IQ can feel less like a gift and more like a curse. Imagine having a brain that never stops analyzing, overthinking, questioning every move. Sounds exhausting? For highly intelligent people, it often is. Now, this isn't just about genius traits or the usual psychology facts you find in self-help books. We're talking about the real, raw side of human behavior, the part nobody posts about on Instagram. Smart people can be misunderstood, trapped in their own overthinking, and secretly asking themselves why, despite being smarter than average, they still feel unsatisfied, disconnected, maybe even miserable. That pain point is real, and if you've ever wondered why your intelligence doesn't automatically lead to happiness, you're not alone. The good news? There's a way forward. By understanding the psychology of intelligence, by learning to balance IQ versus EQ, and by spotting the hidden habits of smart people that create more harm than good, you can shift your mindset. What you'll discover in this video might challenge what you believe about intelligence signs, success, and personal development. But if you stay with me until the end, you'll unlock insights that could change the way you see yourself, and maybe even turn the so-called curse of genius into your greatest advantage. The silent struggles of highly intelligent people. It's easy to assume that smart people have it all figured out, but the truth is often the opposite. Highly intelligent people frequently wrestle with a deep sense of loneliness. Why? Because being smarter than average can make everyday conversations feel shallow. Imagine wanting to discuss the psychology of intelligence, mindset growth, or even how emotional intelligence plays into success, but the people around you only want to gossip about last night's TV show. That disconnect creates a gap, and over time, it can feel like isolation. Another silent struggle is overthinking. Intelligence and success don't always go hand in hand because intelligence signs, like analyzing every possible outcome, can paralyze decision-making. For example, while a friend might jump into a new job without hesitation, a highly intelligent person might stay stuck in what-if scenarios. What if it fails? What if it's the wrong choice? What if I'm not ready? Overthinking and intelligence can be a toxic mix that leaves even the smartest people trapped in inaction. And then there's the burden of awareness. Self-awareness is a double-edged sword. It's a genius trait that lets people reflect deeply, but it also makes them hyper-aware of their flaws, mortality, and the suffering in the world. Instead of living in blissful ignorance, smart people may carry the weight of human behavior's darker sides. It's no wonder many highly intelligent people feel misunderstood, like a misunderstood genius navigating a world that doesn't quite get them. But the bigger question is, what happens when intelligence collides with emotional reality? Why smart people struggle with happiness? Here's a paradox. The very intelligence that sets people apart can also set them up for unhappiness. One reason is the constant clash between IQ versus EQ. While highly intelligent people excel at logic, analysis, and deep thinking, they often stumble when it comes to emotional intelligence. Think of it like owning the world's fastest car but not knowing how to handle sharp turns. Brilliant in one area, unprepared in another. This imbalance explains why intelligent but unhappy individuals are more common than we think. Another factor lies in expectations. From a young age, smarter than average kids are told they'll achieve great things. Sounds inspiring, right? But as they grow, those expectations can morph into crushing pressure. They may look at their life, career, relationships, personal development, and feel like they're falling short. This gap between potential and reality creates a quiet torment. For instance, a person with a high IQ might land a stable job but secretly believe they should be changing the world. That sense of, I should be doing more, is a heavy burden. Then there's the curse of genius, awareness of the absurdity of life itself. Smart people often see through illusions others happily accept, false promises, shallow success, empty validation. While that sharp awareness is a gift, it can also feel like walking around without armor, exposed to every flaw in society. It breeds cynicism, disillusionment, and sometimes despair. And yet, the real story isn't just about why smart people suffer, it's about how they can flip the script and find a path to genuine fulfillment. But that requires tackling another hidden challenge. Overthinking, the double-edged sword of intelligence. One of the clearest signs of intelligence is the ability to think deeply, but when that gift turns excessive, it becomes a trap. Smart people often replay conversations in their heads, analyze decisions from every angle, and anticipate problems before they even exist. It sounds like preparation, but in reality, it often leads to paralysis. Imagine wanting to start a business, but instead of taking the first step, you spend months researching every possible obstacle until the opportunity passes. That's the hidden cost of overthinking and intelligence. What makes this worse is that the world often praises deep thinking without warning about its dangers. For highly intelligent people, their brain doesn't come with an off switch. They'll lie awake at night, not because of Netflix, but because they're dissecting a conversation they had 5 years ago or predicting scenarios that may never happen. This mental treadmill creates stress, anxiety, and sometimes even depression. In raw self-help terms, it's like being trapped in your own head with no way out. Yet, here's where mindset growth comes into play. The habits of smart people can shift from destructive to constructive with a little self-awareness. For instance, journaling can transform spiraling thoughts into clear insights. Meditation can help calm the mind enough to focus on what really matters. Even setting small, actionable goals, like reading Atomic Habits or practicing the 2-minute rule, can help break the cycle. But of course, there's another layer: how this overthinking affects relationships and emotional connections with others. The emotional gap, IQ versus EQ. Here's something many overlook. Intelligence signs don't always include emotional intelligence. In fact, one of the biggest disadvantages of high IQ is the struggle to read, process, and express emotions effectively. Smart people can analyze a problem like a genius, but when it comes to navigating feelings, their own or others, they may feel lost. Think of it as having a high-tech GPS for the brain but no compass for the heart. Take relationships, for example. A highly intelligent person might overthink their partner's words, assuming hidden meanings where there are none. Or they may dismiss emotions as irrational, creating distance without realizing it. This lack of balance between IQ versus EQ can damage connections, leaving them misunderstood and isolated. Psychology facts show that human behavior thrives on empathy, yet some highly intelligent people miss that subtle but crucial skill. It's no wonder many report feeling disconnected, even in crowded rooms. The good news? Emotional intelligence is a skill that can be learned. Habits of smart people can shift if they invest time in building EQ, like practicing active listening, journaling feelings instead of only thoughts, or even reading books such as Emotional Intelligence 2.0. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're practical tools for personal development and mindset growth. And once emotional awareness grows, a deeper transformation begins, one that reveals how intelligence and success can finally align. But to unlock that, we need to face the most overlooked struggle of all, the pursuit of meaning. The search for meaning beyond intelligence. At the core of the curse of genius lies a haunting question. What's the point of it all? Smart people, with their deep thinking and sharp awareness, often wrestle with existential doubts. Unlike others who may find comfort in routine, highly intelligent people crave meaning. They don't just want a job, they want purpose. They don't just want success, they want significance. This hunger explains why intelligent but unhappy individuals often feel restless even after achieving what society calls success. The psychology of intelligence reveals that intellectual achievements alone rarely satisfy the human spirit. A misunderstood genius may publish a groundbreaking paper or invent a new technology, yet still feel empty if they lack connection, contribution, or joy. That's why many habits of smart people, like constant reading, over-analyzing, or chasing perfection, sometimes backfire. They bring knowledge but not fulfillment. It's like being full on facts but starving for meaning. So, how can a highly intelligent person flip this script? By investing in personal development practices that blend mind and heart, volunteering to connect with others, creating art instead of just consuming it, or journaling not only ideas, but also gratitude. Self-awareness becomes the bridge between raw intellect and real joy. And once that bridge is crossed, intelligence and success stop being enemies. They become allies. Still, the real challenge is whether smart people are willing to take the leap from analysis to action. So, here's the paradox we've uncovered. Being highly intelligent is both a blessing and a burden. The signs of intelligence, deep thinking, sharp awareness, raw self-help insights, can just as easily weigh someone down as they can lift them up. But the real difference lies in mindset growth. Will intelligence stay as a curse of genius, or will it become the key to a more meaningful life? That choice is yours. Think about it. Are you using your intelligence to overthink or to create? Are you letting emotional gaps keep you disconnected? Or are you learning to bridge IQ versus EQ with self-awareness? These aren't just rhetorical questions, they're challenges. What habits of smart people do you recognize in yourself, and which ones are quietly holding you back from happiness and success? If you found yourself nodding along, maybe even feeling a little exposed, that's good. It means this message hit home. Now take one idea from today's video and put it into action. Don't just think about it, live it. And if you want to keep diving into the psychology of intelligence, human behavior, and the raw truth about personal development, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because here, you'll keep learning how to transform the hidden curse of high IQ into a life you actually enjoy living.